All right, so thank you guys for hopping on. We're gonna go ahead and get started, and tonight we're gonna be talking about how to take photos and how to get good lighting and how to arrange them so that they look good, and then how to edit them. And Lindsay's gonna show you a lot of before and afters of a good photo, and then you edit it and make it a great photo, along with consistency and things like that for your brand. So I'm gonna flip it over to her and let her do her thing. I'm really it's all you, baby girl.
All right. Hi, guys. I am Lindsey Pettit. So I just want to say that I am still learning all of this. We did a challenge as a team back in April, and we just really dove into quality of picture taking and keeping your brand cohesive with your photo taking. And so these are just some of the tips that we had picked up along the way. Capturing your photos. So obviously it's not just grabbing your camera and taking a picture. There's this awesome, if you guys have an iPhone, there's this awesome setting that you guys can turn on, and it is for a grid, and it comes straight onto your camera, and it will put a grid on your screen. This kind of helps you with placement of all of your photos. So if you're even taking having your husband take a picture of you in a cute outfit, this helps placement of where you're going to be at in this image and make it visually appealing. Yeah, visually appealing to your audience. So yeah, that's an awesome setting that you guys can turn on. You don't have to have some amazing camera to take good photos. You can do it just from your phone. Another thing that is really good for this grid is the golden horizon ratio. This kind of helps you, I think that's what it's called, golden horizon ratio. That sounds right. It just kind of helps the placement. So, obviously you don't want to be right in the middle of an image, put it to the side, move yourself to right on the lines of your grid. So that way it kind of is more appealing to the eye. Using uneven numbers when you're taking photos. This is really great whenever you're doing flat lays. Even whenever you're taking cute little group shots, adding in props and things to make it an uneven number is a lot more appealing to the eye. I have no idea why, but if you guys will look through your photos, you'll notice that it's a lot more appealing whenever there's 3 opposed to 2. I'm looking at my notes, guys, to make sure I don't forget anything. Another great thing to do is look at your backgrounds. And this is going to sound really cheesy, but whenever I look at people's photos, I'm always looking in the background oh my gosh, what does their house look like and things like that. The simpler the background, the better. You want their attention to be on what you're actually taking the photo of, and not, if the background's messy or if you have throw pillows everywhere. And that's totally my house at all times. And people ask me, how do you keep your house so clean all the time? I'm like, I don't, but this one corner that I took a photo of looks really clean. So that's where the photo is going to be taken today. So making it simple and not just really busy, you want them to focus on what you're taking a photo of. Another thing that I love whenever I'm looking through blog pictures is whenever they find a cute white wall or a brick wall, or just something simple like that. Even when they're taking a picture of their drink when they're out in public, finding a cute simple background like that will do worlds for your photos. Let me see. Angles. Okay, so I'm going to screen share to kind of show you guys, and nobody please judge. This is my brother's computer. So this is his background. I can't even. Okay, so here is an example of getting an angle. So instead of just taking a photo, this mom could have easily just taken a photo of her cute little kids sitting on a blanket, but she got above them and took it from a different angle. So to me, this is much more pleasing than just getting a photo of her kids. It looks fun. You can see what they're eating, different things like that, and it makes the photo look better. And she also used some vibrant colors in her photo as well. Let me see if I can click off. I love this photo too of, he could have easily just walked into the library and took a picture of him at the library, but instead he walked up the stairs and took a photo from above just to kind of get a different angle, a different perspective of where he was at. And of course, this photo went crazy viral just because it was a different aspect. So, don't be afraid to kind of go bold with it. I took this one yesterday when we were at the park. So typically before I had done, workshops and things like that on photo taking, this would have been the photo that I would posted on Facebook and been like, oh, we had so much fun at the park. But instead, I walked over and got right beside them and sat on the ground. Let's see if it'll load. And let's see, and took this one. So obviously it's much more appealing to the eye. Don't be afraid to mess around with your angles and take 500 photos and get home and pick out all the ones that you love. So yeah, that's really all I had for the angles. Let me see what that is. Oh, okay. Also, whenever you're looking at placement for capturing the photo, kind of decide on where you want to go with being simple or being busy. So in all of this lady's thread, as you're looking through a thread, this is pretty much the common theme, is that all of these photos are very busy. They're very appealing to the eye, but that's what all of her photos are. So that's pretty much what she's known for in all of her Instagram feeds, is the busy atmosphere. She obviously set up all of those photos with props and everything like that. And you can also go the simple route. And very simple, not very many props. The pillows are taken off the couch, simple lighting, things like that kind of just scream her brand. So whenever somebody sees this photo, they know that it's obviously going back to her. So choosing what you want to do with that and keeping it cohesive throughout your entire feed. Rachel, is there something you wanted to add to that or no? No, you're good. Okay. Also, putting things in front of the camera, like, if you're outside, get behind the tree and take the picture with like the tree in the photo, things like that to kind of make the picture just different, not what everybody sees. Also, okay, I'm gonna stop screen share. We'll go back to it in a minute. Lighting, finding the perfect lighting for your photos. Obviously, it's not the best to take photos at night. You want to find that natural lighting. Go to the window, walk outside and take a photo. The natural light is going to be the best thing for your photos. Not Zoom. What is it? Flash. Whenever you're using flash in photos, not really the best, not really appealing to the eye. You can edit it to where it looks good, but it's not going to be visually appealing to everybody. And shadows can sometimes be fun. I love that. I seen this on one of the blogs that we had read. She actually used the shadows for her photo. So she would go outside and find cute shadows as she was walking. And like, that was the photos that she was taking. So kind of getting out of the box like that. I literally get on Pinterest and I will search photo ideas just so that way I can kind of get an idea of what I want to be looking for and, what's trending and things like that. That's really all I have for capturing. We're going to go to
about lighting real quick.
Yes, go for it, Bill.
So I'm going to show you guys like the way my house is set up, show you guys how I get good lighting. So right here is the only window that I have in my house to get good lighting, because we have blackout curtains in the bedroom, and Charlie's room is too messy. So I come right over here in the middle of the day. Like right now I wouldn't get very good lighting because the sun is setting because it's 8 o'clock. So I come right here and I will like I do white backgrounds usually. And if it is like not a very sunny day, this is like my old dream board. I turn it around and use this to bounce light off so that I don't have, so that it bounces more light and I don't have as many shadows and stuff like that. Just because usually I don't like the way the shadows look. And then I obviously edit them too to make it look a little bit better. But I just wanted to add that for those of you that, like, because I live in a condo on the 4th floor, and we like get weird lighting. So it's not that easy for me to, but that's like my little hacks that I wanted to add.
Yes, I love that. My neighbor is actually my best friend, and she'll be like, oh, I know when Lindsay's taking photos because she'll grab her cutting board with her plate with all of her cute food, and I'll be walking around the yard getting good shots of my food. Yeah, no lie, I do that all the time. But also, you'll find that this becomes fun, like finding like your cohesiveness with your brand. When I'm cooking food, my family may be eating on some crazy colored plates, but I'm going to grab my white plate and set it up all cute and make it fancy and appealing, and I'll take a picture of it. And then, you know, Reese and Riker are probably having like oatmeal with the fruit all everywhere and everything like that. So you'll find it where it's fun to actually set these kind of things up and take pictures and edits and all of that as you get really good at it. I'm glad that you said that, Rachel. I totally skipped past that in my notes.
It's definitely, I'm enjoying like learning to take photos and everything. It's a blast.
Yes, I'll actually find myself like going to the store. I've picked my colors of my brand and like what I'm just trying to stick with. So I'll find myself like going to the store and we'll be like shopping for clothes. And I'm like, oh, no, you can't buy that color. Do they have it in this color? Because that's the color that I am using for my brand. So you cannot wear that in the photos. Yes. Props, everything like bowls, dishes, anything that we buy, if it comes in the colors that I've chosen, then that's exactly what I'm going to be buying, because obviously I want it all to look good whenever I'm taking a photo.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to screen share again and kind of show you guys editing. So the two most popular editing apps I would say are ViscoCam, and it's like right here at the bottom you can see the app, and then also there's Snapseed. I don't feel like it's as good as Visco, but it is pretty good for if you're into like outdoorsy photos. This will kind of show you one preset. Hop on Pinterest, and if you typed in Visco presets, literally billions will pop up. Go through there. Yes, Rachel and I literally send each other different filters, and we want to know which ones look good. You will literally go and find so many. Go out there and take this one photo and put it into like 10 different presets and see what you feel like looks best with your vibe. This right here kind of like walks through step by steps through the app of what you can turn on. And it went from, being like a darker photo to a bright blog worthy photo just by one preset. So I typically do this with any photo, even if I'm, sometimes posting things to like my story on Instagram or Facebook, I'll edit it before I even post it on there. Honestly, anything can be edited. If I'm taking even like a pink drink picture of it on my coffee table, it's going to be edited before I post it. And whenever you're looking for your preset, you want to choose one and stick with it. Keep it cohesive through all of your photos, through all of your feed. Don't be afraid to change it up if you decide that you like something better, but sticking to the same one throughout your whole feed is super important. This is just like a small edit that I did with the boys playing on the playground. I chose the HB1, and I honestly tell you guys, exposure, that the filter for exposure is huge. I like tell people to kind of go away from using Instagram filters. They kind of just make the photos look cheesy and less quality. Getting those apps, they're free and they are so worth it. Learning them, practice in there, and just kind of go through and pick out which one you like. I edit everything. This one, it kind of goes from like a darker image, which honestly, 3 months ago, I probably would have just posted that first photo without even thinking about it. But after I've, gone through all the editing and read and researched and all of this, the second photo is obviously way more appealing to the eye. It's brighter. It looks like something that, you would see like on a blog, opposed to the first photo just being a regular Facebook photo. This lady, she kind of just went through and used the same preset on all of her photos. And you can tell that she's used the same filter. It's super cohesive through her whole feed. And this kind of goes back to if you're thinking, we don't really do anything fun every day. What am I supposed to be taking pictures of? One of these pictures is of her baby sleeping. One of them is her drinking her tea and reading a book. Like, great photo ideas. Hop on Instagram and go through people's feeds to kind of get photo ideas. All these are super simple. And doesn't that make you like so sweet looking at that photo? I'm like, oh. So finding the cohesiveness again, she used this same preset through this whole thing. Obviously, none of these photos are taken really in the same place. They're all in different locations, but the preset kind of makes the rhythm go like with the page so much. And she obviously chose white, black, and tan as like her colors that she chose through her whole feed. So if you obviously get on her blog, you're probably not going to see anything but the white, black, and tan in at least all of her photos. This is the same for this one. She chose, colors. You can obviously tell that it's blues, pinks, greens, whites, and the preset is the same in every single one of them. It really just makes the feeds look so much better whenever you can use that same filter through all of it. Oop, that was my last one on that. Let me see. Color palette. So obviously you don't have to, I'm not telling you have to wear like a white t-shirt every single day for the rest of your life. But if you know that you're going out and you're going, hiking, put yourself in a shirt that that is going to be appealing to your brand. It's going to be easy for you to edit it and put pictures up. If your kids are going to the zoo, I, for one, know that one of them is going to be in a green shirt because that's one of the colors that I chose. Different things like that will make it easier for your editing, and it kind of like helps you brand yourself to those colors and that preset and makes your photos so much better quality. But don't be afraid to practice and try different things out. Like I said, grab one photo and try 10 different presets to see which one is just more you. Also, watermarks. You guys can get on the photo editing apps like WordSwag, and I'm sure there's others as well, and put your own watermark on your photos. So that way nobody's stealing your photos and taking your photos. And if you see somebody that has a watermark on their photo, you don't want to use that on your own page because that's going to link their business back or your photo back to them, opposed to it, being like your actual photo. That's really all I have. Rach, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't want to make it too long. But let's see if I can flip with me. I think you just quit screen sharing for a second.
Oh, wait, let me see. Yeah, okay.
Okay. There, yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can screen share. I am not a master at photography by any means. These are all, I'm gonna show you, these are all taken with my iPhone. I'm still working with angles and lighting and all of that jazz, and I just recently found a filter that I love. I was using on the Visco app, and I was using S3, which if you played around with the app, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I was messaging Lindsay, and I was like, I love it. I like it, but I don't love it. It was very colorful. It was really bright, but it wasn't what I was like really going for. So I wanted to switch it up, but I wanted to keep it cohesive. So I kept some of the edits the same and kind of switched them over recently. And I'm absolutely loving this new one, and I think it's going to stay around for a while. And I'm still working on everything, but I want to show you guys real quick. Here we go. Y'all are going to see all my messengers. Allie, don't message me anything inappropriate. But here are just some regular photos that I took. So I wonder if I click on it. Okay, that's not gonna work. But you can see this is just one I took on our walk the other day, and I put Greg and Charlie like that grid that Lindsay's talking about. I didn't put them right in the middle, and then I edited it to make it more cohesive into my brand and to brighten it up a little bit. And again, like this is an okay photo. By the way, I only added the banana because I had to make it an uneven number because it would have looked weird without it. I did end up eating it though. And then I, put it in the Visco app and edit it just like I do with all of my other photos. So if you look on the left, these are just regular, they're okay photos. But like Lindsay said earlier, they're just regular Facebook photos. But when you look on the right with them all edited, they're cohesive, even though they're all completely different photos taken in completely different places. And this one isn't my favorite, but my daughter wouldn't pose for me or do anything. And she was like, no, I want to go to school, and just ignored me. So I made it work. But you can see there's consistency there, and it's just a lot of fun. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that little difference for me personally, what I found. Thanks to Lindsay, because she's great. And she helps me with all of my editing. I'm like, which one should I do? But yeah, I think that's it. And definitely with the watermarks, what I love with that is, you can put your name on it, and don't make it, or your website, whichever you want to do. You don't want it to be like super in your face, and all of that jazz, but it shows people, this is my photo, this is what I made. And also, if you do end up using someone else's photo, with permission, just be aware, like, if it has their website on it, someone might be linking them back to their website. So just kind of be aware of all of that jazz, and be proud of the photos that you take. And like I mentioned when I posted this call on the team page, I always used to look at people like, oh my gosh, how do they get such great photos like all of the time? There has to be some secret that I'm missing out on, and Lindsey just went over all of those secrets. It's lighting, angles, and editing and arranging, pretty much, if it's a flat lay. Anyway, yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add, Lindsey?
I think that's it. I think we're good.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for hopping on. And I will get the July schedule out for all the Zooms. I've been working on that with Ashley today. And that'll be really good. Victoria's over there. My friend Tori, she's going to be hosting one. She's going to be doing one on how to like make graphics. So kind of the opposite of this. Like, this is taking photos, but she's going to be doing one on like how to make graphics. So she's really good at it. So anyway, all right. Thanks guys. And I will see you. Thanks, Lindsey. Bye.